steering linkage time. It's just easier to have the front jacked up for this. And that is the steering linkage off of a 4th gen. It's the same that I have on here. It's just like the replacement stuff. So now we just get to play the fun game of taking everything off. For me, I have to take off the steering stabilizer first, because that's aftermarket, and then I can start taking the steering linkage off. Now this one over here is going to be like a 26, 25 and a half, whatever. So it's going to be 1 inch, because it's a little bit more than 25. Then we have a 21 for up here, those guys. Then we have a 19, which is going to be for these right here and up here. That's going to be to take the steering stabilizers off. Then I got an 18 right here, a 15 right here. And lastly, this one up here is going to be a 22. And that's pretty much it. Now we just got to start yelling at bolts and hopefully they'll come out. So let's start the day off with inhaling a healthy dose of this. Spray everything down, as you know. I don't think about helping probably. Spray this in here. Yeah. Let's get that right in your mouth. That's good. That's safe. Yeah, okay, good. Oh, God, it's in my eyes. What the hell? Are you laughing at me? Let's just kind of pretend like we know what we're doing. So let's just make sure that's on the other Titan. Grab 19. And start taking this off. Come on. You bitch. Oh, there we are. Hey, squirt. That's totaled. Good. Good, good. And start taking these off. Come on. These are way too tight. Mm-hmm. Quality stuff. I mean, 8 years. They did the job. Oh my God. That one's too much for me, man. It's time to go deaf. Time for the impact. Lube it up. Now that's these chrome sockets, so if I die, I don't gotta do this anymore. See? Thinking. Fire! I mean, realistically, these don't have to come off. I only had to disconnect it here. These things are just cooked anyway, so preventative maintenance. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Oh, well, that's on fire. Okay, cool. Cool. That's good. Now we can actually start taking this out. I'm so excited for this. Actually, all of that was completely useless. The prior section to me explaining that, I'm just going to take that out. So you're going to have no idea what I'm talking about. We're just going to take the whole thing off in one piece. So I got to do this one here, and this one here, and that's it. Good luck, everybody. So let's try and remove this. Wow. Ow! Try this one. What the fuck is going on here? That's not real. This doesn't happen. Yep. That's the one. Okay, let's try and get these in here. Just kind of pry that out. Come on. Okay, everything's good. Everything's fine. Let's go. Alright. This one here is going to be 22. Oh, fuck. God damn. I'm pulling that way harder than I needed to. That wasn't tight at all, so that's good. That's good. God damn it, that fucking hurt. Ah, fuck. Oh my God, I gotta fucking kill myself. We just need to take this off, and then everything's fine. Hey, buddy. Yeah, are you helping? Nothing about this is fun, huh? Aw, shit. My whole press kit is at my buddy's house. And now I can't get there. Okay. Try to make something up, I guess. Fire! And we just get to sit here for a bit, heat up the outside, let it expand, and then hopefully I can knock that out. So you can kind of see that the penetrating fluid is starting to bubble like right in the middle there. So that means that it is making a slight gap. Hopefully this works. That worked way easier than it should have. Kind of concerning. Fire. You can kind of see that the penetrating fluid is starting to bubble a little bit. So that's good. 2 for 2. We're almost ready to go. Would you look at that? Fire! And it's bubbling. Huh? Oh. I'm an idiot. And I mean, I guess that very clearly shows that I have positive caster, because the axle's so far forward that it just kind of souped the wheels in. But this is off. That's what we wanted. That was our main goal. I mean, how bad are these? Let's get it. Push them in. Oh, yeah. Those are toast. What about this one? Yeah, that's finished as well. You know, these don't work at all. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, you know, at least they were adding resistance to the steering, so that's something, I guess. But they've had a long and tired life. Now I gotta find my grease gun, because these are greasable fittings, which apparently you have to tighten, because they're not. And while I'm in here, you know, I might as well do the ball joints. You know, preventative maintenance, something like that. So I gotta find my grease gun, just kind of top them off. So this right here was $774 Canadian. Shit ain't cheap anymore, which kind of makes me question why I even keep this thing around. I mean, like, it's fun, but the whole thing was insurance was super cheap and so were parts. So having to evacuate a kidney just to afford fuel wasn't that bad. But now this thing costs more to fix than my Audis. Because, you know, at least those are better, I guess. I don't know. I'm just ranting. So I'm gonna wait for all this to cool down. And then I'm gonna clean up inside there. Clean up that. Clean up inside there. Clean up these mounts right here. You know, that's a pretty good look. Kind of like, hey, where'd all my money go? And the truck's like, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna take some Tylenol. Because this is gonna suck and I'm gonna feel this in the morning. Because I'm gonna have to hold that up with like one arm while I get the nut in. So like nothing about this is gonna be fun. I'll just come back once everything's clean. We're ready to struggle with this thing. Take the little cover off. Where did I put the anti-seize? Well, I think this is probably a really rare event where I can't find the copper. So we're using silver. Realistically, you can use silver on everything. It's just more expensive. Just copper is usually for higher heat. But it doesn't really matter right here. Okay. How the hell am I gonna do this? Ow. But now I have kind of a stupid angle, so maybe I can get it in. So now let's just kind of get my leg under this. Oh my god. Huh. Legs, the other arm. Trying to hold that wheel while I have this. And pulling the weight of this one. Yep. It's gonna be fun. And let's just get some anti-seize in there. Take the nut off. Take the cover off. Oh my god. Come back. Ooh, hello. Aren't you friendly? That's an exit. Up. And tighten. It's alright. That's alright. Oh god, this already doesn't want to move. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to take this off. Back out you go. Oh my god. Ow. God damn it. Why? Why is everything already seized? Hello? I wonder. I just like... Do you think that'll work? Oh no, now it's just slippery and I am the Tin Man. Oh, but I can't grip it. Okay, so that just completely fucked me. Gotta wash my hands real quick. Yeah, squirt. Reverse threads. You are clockwise. We're almost all the way in. You can see a little channel there. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 19, 20. Perfect. Now on this side, this has to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 18, 19. Let's do one more turn. 20. Perfect. We just gotta hold this in place and only move the middle. There we go. So you can see that this is now locked in. So now this doesn't move on its own. Okay, and that's bottomed out all the way in. So that's as tight as it goes together. So now I can hook this back up. Joy. And this whole tire I have to pull over at the same time. So this right here. There we go. Nobody breathe. Get this on. And these new ones here, these are 22s. A little bit beefier. Alright. So this will go somewhere around here. So something like that. It has to be far enough up that this will clear. So the nut, this when it's turning side to side. But it also has to be high enough that these aren't going to protrude into the vehicle. Might even be beneficial to reverse them. Put the bolt on this side, the nut on this side, then just thread them in like this so that the bolt comes through the nut on this side. I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. Not important right now. I gotta take this apart, repeat the exact same thing. And then this can just go in here. We'll get some anti-seize in there. Yeah, you can just start torquing everything down, tighten these things up, and then grease them all, and do the same kind of alignment that I showed you in the last video. That should be it. This should be done. And hopefully steering somewhat normally. Okay, I'm really hoping this is going to work because my 1/2-inch torque wrench just decided to explode. So that's super mint. I have to torque everything with 3/8 and hopefully this doesn't break. So you go, Tonka Tools. Hopefully this works. Yeah, it's rapidly getting darker, so I'm going to start at the top and work my way down. I haven't done the alignment yet, but in that video I was doing it on the ground and then constantly had to check the steering wheel, and in this instance here I'm not. The tires are off the ground. So when I adjust these and lock the steering wheel with the seatbelt like I had shown in the previous video, the tires are going to move. I can just like quickly do the alignment, steering wheel's not going to move, it'll be a lot quicker in that sense. But you still got to give it the kind of like shakedown or whatever and then like fine tune from there. But, oh god damn it. Perfect start. This one right up here, that's going to be 88 Newton meters or 65 foot-pounds. And this one right down here, that's going to be 108 Newton meters or 80 foot-pounds. I'm going to start with these two because they're both 20 millimeter. And you can see we're going to be using a cotter pin. That's way too high. I feel like there should have been a washer on there. There were no washers on it when I took it apart, right? Okay, well, I need to put a washer on that because the cotter pin isn't going to work at all. Because what I was about to say, when you're lining these up, you torque it and then tighten it until the first tooth for the cotter pin to go through. If I tighten that to the first tooth, the cotter pin just goes right through the top. It's not actually going to link in with these at all, so that's going to do absolutely nothing. There needs to be a washer on there. Wait, does this one have a washer? No. And that doesn't, and oh my god, none of them have washers. So there's a washer in here now. Hopefully you can kind of see it there. The torque spec for this one was 88 Newton meters, 65 foot-pounds. And down here, got a washer on that one. That's 108 Newton meters or 80 foot-pounds. And these right here, same thing. Added a washer to each of those. They're both 108 Newton meters or 80 foot-pounds. And then these little clamps right here for after the alignment's done. Those are 61 Newton meters or 45 foot-pounds. And this one up here is a 20. This is a 20. This is a 22. That's a 22. And these ones here are 18s. And then for some reason these ones up here, this side is a 16, this side is a 15 because that's not inconvenient at all. But this here, it's an 18 on both sides. Anyway, it's getting late. I'm just going to finish torquing everything up and I'm going to do the alignment tomorrow, which is why I just wanted to mention what the torque spec is for these because I'm not going to do it right now. Oh, and the torque spec for this thing is 61 Newton meters or 50 foot-pounds. That's for these little U-bolts. And if you have the damper, it's 81 Newton meters or 61 foot-pounds. And then this one here to actually attach it, which would also be like over here, like right in between here is where it would go like factory. That's gonna be 95 Newton meters or 70 foot-pounds. If you're installing like the factory one, those are the torque specs you'd use. I mean, I guess you could still use the same torque specs even for like the aftermarket stuff. The bolts are relatively the same size. But I'm just gonna measure these things out and I'm just gonna buy new ones. That's it, right? So the last video that you watched, or like the last video that I uploaded on this channel, that's doing the alignment, and I already showed you how to torque everything and what all the torque specs are and whatever, and we have the whole thing all bolted in. All I gotta do is put like steering linkage stabilizer stuff back on, but I'm not gonna be using those shocks. So I'll probably buy some Bilsteins or something, just measure those out, so I'm gonna have to wait for that, so I'm not gonna have it for this video anyway. And then I just have to grease those fittings. So that's kind of neat. I don't know, like hopefully you found something useful in this. You know, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, or you know, don't do any of it. I'm not telling you what to do. You didn't think I was gonna leave you high and dry now, did you? There it is, all installed, alignment's done. Fake ass Bilsteins. Those are just like the rough country ones that I painted silver, and I threw the Bilstein stickers that I got with the front shocks. So, I mean, at least they look better for now and they're adding resistance, because without them, it was like horrible to try and drive this thing. So it's better than it was, but there's still like tons of room for improvement. And, you know, that's basically it. It's pouring, it's absolutely miserable out, but you guys kind of give me a reason to wake up every morning. So that's pretty cool.